Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Friday the 12th of May. Well, first a quick recap on Thursday's performance. Well, it was a 1.5 time stake return. Unfortunately, probably the more fancied selection ran a bit of a stinker really. Not quite sure why. I just maybe it's just not good enough. Then we had I know Ian Miller got 44 to 1, but I think I got 28 to 1, which wasn't the best price. I think it. I don't know if it went off 33s or not, but I know it certainly touched 33s. So well done if you got bigger than that. Then finally, off the top of my head, I can't remember the last horse. But anyway, we got a place double up anyway, and oh sorry, it was Invincible, something like Invincible. It wasn't Invincible Spirit, but Invincible Lord, something like that. I thought it was going to end up coming third, but then stayed on pretty well, and then always got a comfortable second. So never in any real doubt. But yeah, like I said, time and a half day. So let's go straight into it. So it's going to be a £10 day on Friday. I've got a 30 pence each way Yankee with a bit of a accumulator just to top it up to £7, and then a 10 pence each way, lucky 15. So let's get into it. So the theme of the day for Chester for me is horses that race up with a pace. There's more rain forecast, not loads, but it's going to be really hard work tomorrow at Chester, especially with quite a few long distance races. So obviously they're going to go around the track several times. Fair amount of rain knocking around. It's only going to get deeper and slower. So all these horses are generally either lie up with the pace or make the running. So let's get into it. So it's a 30 pence each way Yankee and a 20 pence each way accumulator. £7 in total. So the first selection is Guido at 8 to 1 in the 130 at Chester, paying 5 instead of 3. This horse ran very well. I think it was last time, or no, the time before and last time when it made the run in at Musselburgh. Fended off all challengers. If it can do this at Chester, it's never ran at Chester before. But if it can do it, it's got every chance again. 8 to 1, 5 places. There won't be many horses that actually get up to it, in my opinion, paying 5 places in this ground as well. Second selection is Emin. I've left the price because I think it's a bit stingy at 9 to 1. In the 315 at Chester, paying 6 places instead of 4. This is a multiple course and distance runner and winner as well. It enjoys soft ground. I don't know if it'll love heavy. I don't know. We're going to find out tomorrow. But hopefully it should get an easy lead. It'll definitely be up there with the pace. And it's got every chance. Like I said, it's a multiple course and distance runner and winner. So every chance. The third selection is Aquam at 13 to 2 in the 420 at Chester, paying 5 places instead of 3. This horse will be prominent. It loves soft ground, and I just think a decent runner's on the cards. It's Ian Williams, who likes a winner and a runner at Chester. So yeah, normally with Marwan Kukash, but this time obviously clearly you can tell by the colours it's not Marwan Kukash, but every chance in my opinion. Travelled well last time, and I think it's got every chance at Chester. And the final selection is Juan Bermudez at 10 to 1 in the 455 at Chester, paying 5 places instead of 4 in the Chester Plate. Another horse that will race prominently. It ran a decent race, helping to force the pace at Leicester when basically they were finishing out like national hunt distances. We had a good runner, or a good result. I think it came third today, or as in Thursday. That actually ran at Chester. That ran at Leicester that day in the atrocious ground, and I think it was running over a distance far too short for it. It's crying out for this distance. It will be prominent. It's got Rasheen Murphy on board. I think it's got first-time cheek pieces. What I did look at as well, first-time cheek pieces. One of the relatives, bloodline relative, or obviously bloodline, it won in first-time blinkers. Although another relative did run in first-time cheek pieces, and it didn't really show any improvement. But so I don't know what to draw from that. But in the past, one of the bloodlines has actually won in first-time blinkers, so maybe another tick in the right box. So that's the first bet. So the final bet, I wanted to go for much bigger prices. Unfortunately, there weren't huge prices. That's why I've left a couple of the prices. So I've gone for 10 pence each way, lucky 15. The first selection is Diamond Da Vinci in the 225 at Ascot, paying 4 places instead of 3. I've left the price because I think it'll drift. If it shortens, if it's anything less than 12 to 1, it's clear that connections fancy it. I'm expecting 2025 to be honest, because there's a few dark horses in there, like especially one by Paul Nichols. It's had a wind off and I think a gelding up, but I don't like. It could well hack up that horse good, but I like to see him run first, as in like all the over it. It can be quite a trauma, so I'm going for something where it's got um, plenty of form in soft ground in France, and all it's been doing is been running over hurdles for Richard Bevis or Bevis. Second selection is Sir Thomas Gresham. I've left the price in the 10 past 4 at Ascot, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse actually had, I think it was 3 or 4 years off. It's ran okay since, and it's crying out for soft ground. It's interesting the fact that they bring it back. So obviously it's showing a sparkle or an interest at home. So it seems a waste of time retiring it. So they brought it back. I'm guessing that may been that. There may have been a major problem. I don't know. But it likes soft ground, and I think it's got every chance on form. Running, and it's also running into a bit of form as well. The third selection is Popular Dream at 17-2 in the 5 past 6 at Wolverhampton. It started 6-4 favourite on its debut at Chelmsford. Ran a decent race, then disappointed after running too freely at Nottingham. A bit more restraint. Well, in fact, it won't be more restraint. I think hopefully it should get to the front, and then there can be more restraint. And Luke Morris can hopefully slow it down from a high stall and then kick on from the front. And then finally, L to Water, 8-1 in the 8:25 at Wolverhampton, paying 3 places instead of 4. I just think it's got every chance. 8-1, decent price, extra place race. So that's the final selection of the day. So Saturday's selections will be available anywhere between about 7 and 9 Friday evening. There will be a football bet. There will be a sending off bet, because I think it's very interesting, because anybody gets sent off straight red will miss the rest of the season. There seem to be quite a few disgruntled players at Leicester and disgruntled fans. So I'm thinking you like Euro Tillemans quite happily. I'm not saying he will deliberately, but get sent off. Doesn't have to face any flag, and then we'll probably sign for Arsenal in the close season. Yep. So interesting. So I'll let you know more about that on Friday evening. So if you can give me a like or a subscribe or a comment, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.